Welcome to Time by the Tent. I'm Joy Baird.
I'm Holly Baird.
And we're going to review or go over behind the scenes of the third week of the ownership of the property we have in the Northwoods of Wisconsin.
This was a fun week.
Was it a fun week?
Yeah, we talked to a stranger.
If you've missed any of the prior two, we'll have them linked in the show notes. And if you want to listen to the actual program and not have us talking over it, you can certainly, that link is in the show notes below as well. So we at Northwoods, Wisconsin, we've got 40 acres. This is the third week in which we are traveling up, and we've got a car full, jam-packed of stuff. And we had stuff in the car jam-packed for about the first 4 or 5 weeks, trying to establish our camp, which is at this time it's one Ozark Trail 10 by 12 foot wall tent, and now we've got 2 wall tents combined. You can see that on the updated videos. But it was summer, and it was hot, and a new place, and learning the travel, the best way to get up there, learning just about the land itself.
There's my bag of clothes jam behind you.
Yeah. And having protection when we're up there for animals and people, if need be.
Right, so here we are in the car going up there, and a couple things to note is that we purchased a wagon, and
it's a gorilla cart.
And then also a mattress, so a full mattress situation.
We have a, what is it, I don't know what brand it is, cot, whatever, it's a common one, I forget what it was, but anyway, it has an air mattress, and it was the most uncomfortable thing. If you've ever slept on an air mattress.
So now here's Joey putting together the...
We had it together, but it wouldn't fit in the car.
Yeah.
We've got a 4-door Civic, so I had to take it partially apart to get it back in the car so we could get up there.
Why is that like fancy? Oh, that's a rake.
That's a rake. And then we had an individual that was walking who lived in the area and had a lot of questions, and we told him as little as possible because
had so many questions.
Oh, and in this situation, this is our third week. This land had laid vacant for a good 10, 15 years. It was owned by a paper mill company.
Yeah, so here's the gorilla cart. But so this older gentleman came up to us, and was talking to me, and then Joey came back down. He was so many questions about how we got the cart in the car and where we're from and blah, blah, blah. I'm buying this land, and it was just like...
And the cart is the best thing we purchased. To haul stuff up from the parking pad, which soon will hopefully be a driveway, and to haul firewood up to the locations in which we have firewood available near camp. You're showing the ferns there.
Yeah, the fiddleheads.
Fiddleheads, which are edible at certain stages. Is that correct?
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about here.
The sun.
Oh, the sun. Okay. Yeah, so this is our third week, and we're kind of, I think, becoming more.
Well, we got the gorilla cart. There's a review on the channel. We got the gorilla cart on Amazon days, and basically got it for 50% off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that was the reason why we made the move, because when you have an elevation of 45 feet and 200 and some odd feet from car to camp, making 17 trips is not the most enjoyable thing.
No.
This is showing that in the last episode, the water was pooling in the on top of the tent, the Ozark Trail wall tent. So I put logs or limbs inside of it to prop up between the rafters to get the water to shed off, because the last episode, everything in the tent was wet because the water had seeped in through the stove jack, because I didn't have that sealed. And we're learning all through this process as we continue to learn, going on a year and a half plus on the property.
Well, I think we brought up the
outdoor hydration station.
Yeah.
Or hand washing station, whatever you want to identify it as being. And is everything in the tent the way I left it last week?
Ta-da! Hello? Anybody in there?
No, you never want somebody to say, yeah. Yeah. Nobody's here.
Yeah. So everything is fine, I think, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's showing the logs poked up. And we've done it a different way this year. We've left the tent up and overwintered. There's recent videos on how and why we've left it overwintered up. Here's the mattress. This is a 6-inch memory foam mattress we've got from a giant retailer online. and it was vacuum packed in this box. And when you open up, you'll see that I don't know what did we pay for that? Like 170?
That sounds about right. It wasn't. So it's like a queen size.
Right.
And, yeah, it's comfortable though.
Oh yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
It's 6 inches and it's folded in on itself. I'll figure out here, but as you open it, it doesn't spring open like the comedy boom skits you see on.
That's kind of what we were thinking.
Yeah, we thought, but it's a very slow process. Over 8 hours, it would finally get to maximum capacity.
I kind of miss our. I mean, it's nice that we have the super tent now, but I kind of miss.
You miss the tiny little 10 by 12 foot tent. We have a 10-foot wide by 32-foot long tent, and you miss the little cramped quarters.
It's cozy.
It was cramped.
It was cramped.
Yeah.
It would make me crabby too because I would get dressed in the.
Well, there's no place to sit.
No, there was no.
No place to walk. We've got lounge chairs to sit in. We've got a bed to sit on.
Yeah.
We've got dining area. We've got everything you need in the super tent, and it's we would like, and we've repeated ourselves multiple times. We want to, and at some point we'll have a hard shell building in that location. And many of the items, all the items that are currently in the tent will get transferred over to the cabin. And here you can see as I cut there, you can see the starting to expand.
Oh, I think it's already in.
And that plastic, we saved that plastic because during deer camp, I believe I lined the car with that in order to put the deers in. So,
you did.
yeah. What you learn when you watch the behind the scenes that we don't show.
But it's 2:30 p.m. So by the time we go to bed and eat,
Keeping it real. So now you're unwrapping this. I guess I'm holding the camera.
Yeah, you would be the one filming.
Yeah.
we'll show you more.
And it continues to expand. And here's the rest of the mulch from last week. I need 2 more bags, which we discussed in the last episode. Why we mulch this, we don't know. We had gift cards, and we thought this was the ideal thing to do. And it's all, nature has reclaimed the wood chips.
We're just bringing it back to nature.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Relocating.
Relocating, yeah. You brought a table up. We brought this table up. This we found.
Did we?
Yeah, this one we found along the road on a Saturday morning in a neighboring town on Junk Day or something like that. We were yard selling. We found it for free. And so we threw it in the car, and it had been in the basement for 10 plus years. And you had bought the tablecloth there.
Yeah, it's kind of woodsy. It's got like mushrooms and I don't know, little icons of woodsiness on it.
Gnomes? It doesn't have gnomes on it.
I don't think it has gnomes. I don't know, but I like it. It's definitely worn out compared to this now.
And there's the hydration station.
Yeah, and the tablecloth I got from a fabric hobby. What's it called? A fabric.
A hobby store.
Not a hobby store.
Craft store.
Thank you. I was thinking fabric.
And as you watch these, if you are new to the channel,
there's my blanket.
Yeah, if you're new to the channel, we appreciate you tuning in and subscribing or just watching. You will find, if you backdate and go through some of these older videos, we built this permanent campsite on our property with many of the items that we had gathered and found or picked up for free.
That blanket was a free gift from my work for like Christmas or whatever.
Because you did your job, they gave you a blanket.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was either that or some weird jacket thing.
And you knew you was going to use the blanket versus some jacket that probably wouldn't fit right.
Right. Here's us burning some pine needles.
Cleaning. Well, this is still the beginning stages of cleaning the area.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to go cut some firewood here and start building that project.
What is this?
I'm going to cut the tree. It's like a
firewood.
3-inch diameter tree. Now, whenever I cut large diameter trees, and I'm talking 8, 12, 15-inch diameter trees, I wait until Holly is on the property. These smaller trees, not a big deal. 4 or 5 inches, very controlled. But whenever you get to the massive ones, like I think several episodes from here, we drop a very large elm tree that had died.
Oh, by the swamp.
By the swamp or by the wetlands. Then I prefer to have somebody there. Not that I don't know what I'm doing. Grew up on a farm. We cut trees all the time. but it's a lot easier for somebody to go get help rather than if I'm pinned under the tree for me to try to run and get help if something bad escalates to that degree. Yeah.
So anyway, this wagon, you build up the sides.
I built a frame. Yeah. I had some, here it is. I had some 1x4s in the barn. I don't know where they came from. And then the little supports, the railies. This works really well. You can really stack the wood up in this thing. Or whenever we're taking things out of the car or taking things to the car, very rarely does anything fall out. And on the back, I do have a little door that I made out of some bungee cords and the back portion of a swivel chair, and it gives back and forth. The little door works really, really well. Without the railing, there wouldn't be no purpose of having the wagon for what we need.
Yeah, no, it's very nice having the railing, and then we have a little, like you said, the bungee cord back. So this is
all that is the firewood. The limbs is what we burn very quickly to put a lot of ash or what do you call it? That's not ash.
Wow, look at how fast you're moving.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 times the speed.
Wow, so speedy.
Good bed of coals in the campfire, and when we burn it's right there by the camp. I prefer to try to use the limbs because otherwise you're just going to cut them and they're just going to be thrown and they're going to rot. If I can utilize them to burn, to have some campfire or kindling, I will do that because you're wanting to utilize the maximum ability of that tree in which has died, so you can not waste it.
Right.
There's only so many trees, and it's a little extra work, yes.
You don't really wear the sleeves that much anymore.
No, I do have them up there. Those are like a protective sleeve that you don't get your arms all scratched up, and it really works really good for moving logs. If it's on a warm day, you don't want to put long sleeves on.
What's going on here?
The mattress. The update on the mattress is getting larger and nearly to its 6-inch.
It's filling out.
Mm-hmm.
I like that mattress. It's nice.
And that mattress is just like any mattress you would think a memory foam mattress would be. This is not a El Cheapo. This is a legitimate good mattress.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed for the cot, but it works on the cot frame very, very well. It does hang over about a foot when you calculate on both sides, 6 inches on both sides, and about 6 to 8 inches on the front. Doing more landscaping here. Again, this is just rough logged land from 23 years ago, and it's just a shovel and level and move dirt over, fill this hole here, and that's how we did it, folks. There's no tractor or blade or front load or anything. Now we will hire somebody to put a driveway in. I'm certainly not going to do that for the driveway. We're gonna.
Oh, we had some burgers. Those are good burgers.
Mm-hmm. Rocks are starting to fill in around
and some beans.
Beans. You always want to have a can of beans.
I know. I agree. I like beans. They're delicious. We're talking about trees.
Cloudy. I
don't think it rained this weekend. I don't remember. I guess we'll find out.
We've gotten hit with a little rain here and there, but not much. So we're gonna eat outside for as long as possible.
Oh.
And then I did do.
I don't know if I even have that shirt anymore. It might be up there. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on here, but this was our third weekend, as Joy had mentioned.
That's going to be the shooting lane for archery,
okay.
Target practice. I established that because archery season, this would have been late July, and in Wisconsin, archery season begins second week in September, so had to get that established. Evening has drawn upon the camp.
Yeah, we're enjoying
and right there, that's like $38 worth of wood if you buy it at a state campsite.
State park,
yeah, state park.
Yeah, that's a lot of wood there, and our fire pit is coming along, so that's nice. Wow, that's a big fire. That's those pine
needles. Yeah,
that's kind of fun. I guess this was just an overnight trip. I think.
Yeah. Yep. It's a 2 days, 1 night.
There's a frog.
Mr. Froggy. Tremendous amount of frogs on the property. And in the spring, it sounds thousands and thousands of frogs. It sounds like it just the evening is filled with the sounds of frogs.
Burning more stuff. I guess this is the next day. I guess
Yeah. The next day.
There's the sunshine, and I don't remember what we did this day, but
Well, we're going to find out here.
we will find out.
And here's a lot of times, and you can maybe kind of make this out when you're watching outdoor camping videos. There is a certain caliber of a YouTuber that goes camping. I gotta camp to make a video.
Yeah.
And then there's individuals, and that's not everybody who camps like that, and then there's individuals like us. We've got the land. We're going to do this regardless if you're along with us, but we're bringing you along to show you how we do things, how we tackle specific problems, let you enjoy the weekend with us, and maybe you take away something that you've seen going, hey, when I can do that on the property that I have in order to make what I'm doing better, easier, more enjoyable.
You're
So-
making pancakes?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we're camping regardless whether the camera's on or not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are camping no matter
But you
what.
you know those
Yeah.
individuals that I got to go camping so I can make a video.
I mean, they usually
Nothing wrong with what they're doing
No,
because
but they usually kind of. It seems like they're.
you can
kinda
tell
suffering.
how they do how they present themselves.
But sometimes it seems like they're suffering through the process at times.
Yeah.
Or like they feel.
Oh, it's negative 33. I got to keep out here, otherwise I don't have a video for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Gonna go do a little walking in the woods. Big rotted spot there. I don't know if that was a woodpecker or what. That is where beaver. There used to be beavers in this bog, in this pond. And from what our neighbor indicated to us, that they were illegally harvested. This was one of several trees that was dropped. Now, fun fact, if you have tuned in recently, that tree, part of that tree is the massive bench that is in front of the campfire at the camp now. I split it and then brought it over piece by piece and created this massive bench with a back on it in which you can lay down, you can sit in, you can drive a truck on and change the oil if you want. It is a heavy thing and nobody's going to take that out of the woods. Always wanted a giant bench, and it was really the wood, the bench itself was more than I really should have been handling, but I really didn't have no choice. I had to cut it, flip it up 15 feet elevation, and get it up on the wagon and drag it a quarter mile to camp. And it has turned out very, very well for the vision in which I had for the bench.
Right.
And we have places to sit if we don't pull the chairs out.
So here's a.
Oh, this was talking about the trail cameras in which we have installed, the Tacticam,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
which they are a sponsor of our Northwoods hunting tips of the week on Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. They're shorts throughout the year. That was something an agreement that we worked out with them. They provided us these cameras here we bought, but they've provided us with some other products. And offering tips in order to help you hunt your turkeys and your deer and get your camp set up to make it more enjoyable for hunting season. And I'm still learning the woods here. I've got an app on my phone which tracks my where I go. Mm-hmm. So because I don't know where I'm at, that shows that I've only looked at it from aerial shots. We've flown the drone over, and this is all new to me. Now, a year and a half plus, I can take you to any corner of that property and go, okay, go this way about this many yards, go left, go right, you can get out this way. I don't know where I'm at right now.
That's okay. But you're doing something. I guess you're just walking the woods.
Yeah, we walked past the trail camera.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And now I'm kind of wandering around in order to... I'm just simply exploring, seeing what's there. Whenever we bought the property, we didn't spend hours or days walking it. We established what we were looking for, and it matched most of our criteria. Came back. I came back. Spent a little too much time in the woods. Got lost twice, but came back. And this is the bow target that I made for free out of 2x4s and half of a pallet. And where I'm standing, We've got a target bag that will hang off of that horizontal 2x4. That was all just leftover wood. And I saw this on a old Whitetail Challenge Loman, I think it was number 3, VHS deer hunting back in the mid-90s. They had shown a person target practicing, and this was the design, and I made one for the farm, and then when we got our own property, I created one for it, and it's a very simplistic way to do such for target practice for a bow.
I wonder where I am.
You are filming.
Oh, that's right. Duh. I mean, because sometimes now you use the tripod.
Yeah, use tripod.
Yeah.
Some more aerial shots of the property. And there's pine trees and there's jack pine. What's the other pine we've got on there? Red pine?
Yeah.
Red pine and aspen and a few maples, not many on the big portion. Around camp where the tent is, it's all maples. Now, no, we do not do maple syrup. We're not going to tap the trees for maple syrup. Though it would be fun to do, it is it appears to be a very intense project of pulling the sap and boiling it down and having to be there multiple days in order for this to accomplish and get the correct results.
Yeah, we're okay. So there's the bog.
And then directly in front, as we progress here, you will see, we're going away from the tent. Okay.
Is that
on the right there, you'll see that's the beginning stages of our neighbor, Northwoods Dream, Dan. And then the ATV State Trail, and then now we're looking at the corner of our property, and we'll progressively look over. A lot of those are the aspen trees, the aspen tree cove there, and then we've got a big bog in the back, and we've got a small bog in the center of the property, right there to the left.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the other bog. Yeah, so there's more of the property, and
again, this is all really, really new to us, 3 weeks in. And I think we talked about it, like the first one of these behind the scenes. You said we need to get a drone because that will elevate our YouTube channel, and it actually helps us kind of identify where certain things. Yeah,
and it takes cool pictures.
And I can go, okay, fly over. That's an area where I want to look at potentially having a tree stand or a deer blind, that type of. It helps identify certain landmarks.
What's this back here? What's that road?
That is the main travel road to get down to our property.
Oh, okay.
We're directly over the camp.
I see. All right, so here you are doing something.
I'm showing that we've hacked down all the vegetation on the right-hand side of the campfire as you stand looking out from the tent, and showing the landscape in which I have been doing over and over, and continue to work on a weekly basis in order to get this land level enough so we can walk without twisting our ankles or falling in a hole somewhere. Because it was extremely rough. It's just the logging machinery just went in and rutted up whatever they need to rut up in order to get the equipment out.
Pancake Rocks.
There's your Pancake Rocks, yep.
And I'm talking about how, I remember this, I was talking about how you always collect the rocks and then we give each other rocks.
Very unique rocks.
Very unique rocks, yes.
Just flat, muffin top rocks, it's just really interesting. And we find, it's just a sandy loam soil. There's rocks everywhere, and everyone is so very unique to what we are accustomed to, where I'm from, at least, in Southern Illinois.
Right. So I'm talking about the rocks, and then I think we're wrapping it up here.
Yep, we're going to head things. That's how we take things back down to the car from the tent. So certainly appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Behind the Scenes, week 3 of the property. Give you a little more insight of what's going on besides just the general story being told on the screen. So until next time,
I'm Holly Bear.
I'm Joy Bear, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you then. So we know that you got to the end of the video. You got everything wrapped up. Tacticam's turned on. Fire's out. Tent's closed up, and we will see you next time.